Okay, it's day 2 of the precise definition of the limit. Here we go. The function is 3 sine of 2x. You'd like to know what that graph looks like, right? So this is a nice review for us of some trig pieces as well. Anybody give me just a general sketch of what the sine graph looks like? Okay, do you know what the 3 means in front? Close, not quite. Expanded by 3, amplitude is 3, correct? What is the period normally for a sine graph? 2 pi. We take 2 pi and we divide it by b in order to get the period. So the period in this case is just pi. So no, you can keep that. Keep that for your benefit. So if we divide it up into 4 parts, you get pi over 4, pi over 2, 3 pi over 4, and pi. Would you all agree? So we divide that up. Okay, so I'm just going to show the front part of it because we're approaching pi over 8. So looking at these values, what would the sine graph be doing at pi over 8? Would it be at its top? Would it be on its way up? Would it be on its way down? Where would it be? On the way up. At pi over 4, it would be at the maximum. Where would it be at pi over 2? Back down at the middle. Where would it be at 3 pi over 4? Bottom. Where would it be at pi? Back to the middle, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to draw it to pi over 2 here. So we said that it's going to so it's going to be at the top at pi over 4. So that's going to be a value of 3. So that's where it'll be at the top. And it will come back down at pi over 2. So it's on its way up in this scenario. So we kind of see a parabola-like shape, but it is that first portion, the sine graph. Everybody good there? Okay, so it says find an interval for x values such that the y values will always be within 0.1 of the limit as x approaches pi over 8. So I need to know the limit. How do I determine the limit? What do I plug in? Pi over 8. What's 2 times pi over 8? Pi over 4. What's the sine of pi over 4? Very good. Root of 2 over 2. So you had a 45-degree angle there. You said 1, root of 2 over 2, root of 2 over 2. And we're going to multiply that by 3, right? Very good. Good job. So you guys, I don't expect you to remember all this right away. It's just, this is my way of helping us remember a little bit of trig. So the limit is equal to 3 roots of 2 over 2. Let's come up with a decimal there, okay? So I'm going to take my handy-dandy calculator and turn this guy on, and I'm going to go, so I can quit, 3 roots of 2 divided by 2, and I get 2.12. So we're going to roll with 2.12. Is everybody okay with that? All right, so 2.12 is what we're going with, 2.12. So it looks like right about, here. Clap when she comes in. You must be really special. They just clap for you. All right, very good. I'm going to move this pi over 8 over because I don't like my drawing right now. Feeling kind of bad about it, actually. So, there. Yeah, whatever. There. Stop judging. I'm saying you're not a perfect parabola. Okay, so what do I do from here? I've got my drawing. Now what? Good. 2.22. What else? 2.02. What do I do now? Three sine of 2x is equal to 2.22. How do I go about solving that? You guys are excellent mathematicians. You had a great trig teacher last year. I know you remember it all. What do I do? Okay, 2.22 divided by 3. 0.74. Now what? I got sine of 2x is equal to 0.74. Do I get rid of the 2 first or the sine first? How do you get rid of the sine? Sine inverse. Sine inverse that answer, and I get. So after I get rid of the sine, what's left? 2x. So 2x is equal to 0.833. Divide that by 2, and I get x is equal to 0.417. You go ahead, solve it for 2.02. Solve it for 2.02. Go. Okay, what'd you get? X equals what? 0.6 what? Oh, yeah. X equals 0.369. Okay, very good. Should have some laughter in the group there. Or from this region over here. Okay, very good. All right. So that should be 0.369. So this should be 0.417. So I choose the smaller, right? 0.369. Right? What do I do? I subtract them, right? Very good. So we haven't found delta yet, folks. We got to find delta. So we take that pi over 8, see what that is, and subtract 0.369. And we get a delta value of 0.024. I'll do another one. We'll do 0.417. We'll subtract that pi divided by 8. I get 0.024. Delta equals 0.024. So we were able to find the delta, so we won. Now somebody might say, well, hey, you know what? I'm not confident. I want you to be within 100. Well, if you had to be within 100, do you think we could go about the same process and find a new delta? Say we had 1/1,000,000th. Do you think we could go about the same process and find a delta? Okay, Logan says he's out now. 1/1,000,000th, no way. That's a lot of money. All right. So yeah, the fact is we could. Okay. Okay. Here is the beautiful definition, the precise definition of the limit. Everybody got it? What is so important is that we clarify what the function is, what epsilon is, what the limit is, so on and so forth. Okay? It says, express each of the following problems in terms of the limit as x approaches a of f of x equals L and satisfied condition. Then find delta. So look at the first question. It says, how close to 2 do we have to take x so that 5x plus 3 is within a distance of 0.01 from 13? Makes your brain hurt, right? Let me make it easy for you. Write it as a limit. Limit as x approaches what? 2 of the function 5x plus 3 equals 13. You got it, don't you? What's the epsilon value? 0.01. You were trying to find delta. Are we all clear about that? The second thing I want you to write today is this. After you write that limit statement, write this out. Absolute value of what is f of x? 5x plus 3 minus what is L? 13. Don't simplify, just leave it. Is less than what? 0.01. Whenever, now what? X minus 2 is less than delta, and we're finding that delta. So when you start each time, I want you to be able to write these pieces because you will use this piece tomorrow. Trust me. Now that you've set up problem one, you know how to do this now, don't you? We've been doing this the whole time, haven't we? So would you be able to do number two? Look at number three. Let's write the limit. Don't answer right away, but look at what's given here. What do you think A is? Why do you say 2? There's 2 reasons. This reads x minus A is less than delta, correct? So the 2 is sitting in place of the A. Do you see that? Second of all, you were very keen to say 2 is sitting in the middle of those 2 others. Everybody see that? So therefore, I have the limit as x approaches 2 of what? What's the function? 1 over x is equal to, what's the limit? 1/2. What's epsilon in the problem? 0.2. You have to find delta. Folks, look at what they've done for you. You would set 1 over x equal to 0.7, right? Did they already find that value for you? You just have to go about and use the information here to find delta. Could you do that? Yes. Look at number 4. Now that you've seen the previous one for number 5, could you do number 4? Yeah. Last one. Look at number 5, and then I'll let you go. Notice they didn't give you the x's there, did they? Let's write the limit statement. Limit as x goes to what? 4 of square root of x is equal to 2. What's epsilon? 0.4. You are going to find delta. You see, I'm just giving you a worksheet that has the problems asked in various ways. It all comes back to the same business. Find delta. Got it? You will not receive a new worksheet tomorrow. This is what will carry us through both today and tomorrow. But we will move on to new material on Monday, and trust me, it will be easier than what we are doing right now. This is a little bit complicated stuff. You have the rest of the time to work. 7 minutes. Ready, set, go.